Fantastic. Right, okay. We're getting there now. We're very close to the end of AviaDev Africa 2025. And the thing we always pride ourselves on is just how full the room is at the end compared to the beginning. And I think for the last, ever since COVID, it's been amazing. There's so many people and so many of you have been so many times as well. So thank you so much for your attention. We will, of course, get to lunch, but we've got two amazing sessions to finish on that we always do every time. It's always a bit emotional, actually. So every year, as we said, we do the local institution. We talked about that and the money that we raised through the run. We also did the outreach, so a massive thank you to all of we had about 40 people that went on the outreach to meet the students. But the big thing is we run a really competitive process to become an ambassador and work for myself and Marilyn with the rest of the team this week. And we selected two amazing students from the local university. But to introduce this session, I'm actually going to welcome back one of our ambassadors from AviaDev 2022 in Cape Town. Mahek Shah, back then, she was an 18-year-old aspiring pilot doing her training down in Cape Town. And she's back now in Kenya. She's got a PPL, and she's doing incredible things in the industry through women empowerment as well. And as Mahek comes to the stage to introduce our ambassadors, we're just going to show you some of our alumni, what they're doing now. So let's play the video.
Hello, hello. Am I being of course I'm short. I'm just going to come here. Okay. Hello, everybody. Mamu VP AviaDev family. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm taking over from Rafilway. Talk about pressure, guys. She's been my mentor and inspiration since I was a young teenager. Please don't make me old with your guesses. I'm only 21, so please don't make me older than I am. So hi again. My name is Mahek Shah, and it's truly an honor to stand here in front of you today as the moderator of the Future Leaders panel. This is a session dedicated to amplifying the rising voices shaping the future of African aviation. This moment is very special for me. As John mentioned earlier, I was an ambassador back in 2022 at the age of 18. And yes, a very special thank you to John himself, Rafil Alidwaba, and a very, very special thank you goes to Sean Mendes, who is my 24/7 panic button. He's shaped a little bit of who I am standing here in front of you today. And yes, anyway, that year I stood on this very platform and spoke for the very first time. They have just made a new nickname for me this session, Baby AviaDev. I'm still the youngest inception so far since AviaDev has started. That opportunity gave me a kickstart into the industry. It kickstarted my journey and gave me a courage to dream even bigger. So to be back here today, just not as an ambassador, but as a moderator guiding this panel, it is truly emotional and a very proud milestone for myself. I am so honored to be here, and I hope you all have had a lovely time so far in Zanzibar. Before we dive into the discussion, I want to share a bit about who I am and why this panel matters to me so much. I am a private pilot and an RPAS pilot as well, pursuing my CPL license. And if you ask me why I wanted to be a pilot, I would tell you that Barack Obama visited Kenya back in 2015, and the second Air Force One landed. Well, that was the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I said, you know what, hell, I want to do it. I'm an Indian girl, right, with about more than 90 people in my family, and you're telling me not one single person is into aviation or liked it or, had any interest in it. So I told myself, I'll make a path. But how could I? I had barely any mentorship, barely any guidance, and so I founded Wings for Women at the age of 14 back in middle school. Wings for Women is an initiative aimed at encouraging, mentoring, and literally placing women into the industry. We can do this through workshops, internship, work placements, and now through corporate partnerships. It's more of a consulting type thing, if that makes a little bit more sense to everybody. Our vision is very simple, to level the skies and ensure that the aviation industry is not just flying, but flying inclusive. I would love to be supported by some of the airlines and airports here, so please come find me, or I'll come find you with my little broken knee. Yes, I'm also proud to be part of the AviaDev Ambassadors program, as John mentioned. It's a very unique initiative that gives the young, passionate African voices a chance to be seen, heard, and supported as we shape the future of African aviation together. Now, let's get into today's panel. We're here to explore a very big question. How can airlines, airports, and policymakers leverage AI and technology to attract and develop the next generation of African aviators? And to help me unpack this question, we will have two brilliant minds coming on stage today. They are the newest ambassadors for AviaDev 2025, and their journeys are nothing short of inspiring. I'll give you a brief introduction. Marilyn John is a 22-year-old final year student at the Karuma Institute of Science and Technology, we call KIST, pursuing aircraft maintenance engineering. Is-Haka Harith Salim is 21 years old, also studying aircraft maintenance engineering, and is a student at KIST as well. He is also one of the only 30 students in Tanzania to be selected for a NASA program this year. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, thank you. So, I'm Kenyan, but we do things the Zanzibari way. Okay, so how do we bring them on stage? So ladies and gentlemen, as the Swahili people say, tutacheza. All right? Please come on stage and join us, guys. Please give them a big round of applause, okay? Come on, guys, get your groove going. Let's dance. Come on, guys, show us your Zanzibari moves. You less nervous now? All right. Thank you so much, Marilyn and Is-Haka. Please take your seats wherever you prefer. And yeah, now we will get back into the question we're here to unpack. Yet again, I will repeat the question. How can airlines, airports, and policymakers leverage AI and technology to attract and develop the next generation of African aviators? This isn't just a theoretical discussion, it's real and it's very urgent. AI and tech are transforming aviation globally, and Africa cannot be left behind, which is why we are here today and John does what he does, okay? Our future workforce needs more than just opportunity. They need access, training, and support. Okay, so we'll start, ladies first, of course. Marilyn, please tell us a bit more about yourself.
Thank you so much, Mahek. And just as Mahek said, my name is Marilyn. I am 22 years old. I am a final year student at Karume Institute of Science and Technology, pursuing bachelor's degree in aircraft maintenance engineering. And my passion in aviation started at a very young age, where I always dreamed about being a pilot because that's all I knew at that time. And throughout the years, over the years, I've came to realize that my dreams extend beyond cockpit because I've came to know that there's more into aviation. And when I was in high school, that's where I took the pivotal turn. I met this high school teacher who told me about a story. Like, he just asked me, like, Marilyn, you know a garage man. He repairs cars and still knows how to drive them. So why can't you fly planes and still maintain them? So since that time, I just gained a strong commitment into mastering both aspects of flight, technical and operational aspects of flight. And here I am today, still chasing on my dreams. So yeah, I'm open to any internship programs right now.
That's great. And Is-Haka, tell us more about yourself.
Good afternoon to you all. It is my hope all of you are fine. I'm so excited to be here and to be in front of distinguished individuals. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Almighty God for granting us the breath to be here and allowing us to be in this big hall. Secondly, I sincerely thank to Mr. John with his AviaDev team for giving me this chance, for giving me this rare and prestigious opportunity to serve as an ambassador of AviaDev 2025. Thirdly, I wish to thank all the delegates present here since Wednesday. Your presence is what completes and signifies this occasion. My name is Is-Haka Harith Salim. Current, I'm a first-year student pursuing a bachelor degree in aircraft maintenance engineering at Karume Institute of Science and Technology. Alongside my studies, I serve in student leadership as a Deputy Minister of Health, Environment, and Disaster Management, and a certified entrepreneur through Junior Achievement Africa. I'm proud to have been selected as the one of only 30 students in Tanzania to participate in the prestigious NASA International Program scheduled to run from 20th June to 16th July. This opportunity represents significantly a long life in my journey toward a career in aerospace. What can I say? Okay.
You're okay.
My passion for aviation began in my childhood in Dar es Salaam when I was captivated by the planes flying overhead near the airports. This early fascination sparked a long life dream to become an aircraft designer. I'm committed to contributing to the development of African aviation sectors by blending technical expertise, creativity, and youth empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you both. Your journeys are very inspiring, and we hope to see more of you in AviaDev. And yeah, please connect with people here, and we'd love to hear more about what you do as well. All right, now that we have about 10, 11 minutes to answer this question, we'll take it back to Marilyn. How can the aviation ecosystem and use AI and technology to shape the next generation of young African aviators?
So thank you again, Mahek. I would start with airlines, maintainers. So airlines needs to find more unique and modern ways that can attract the younger generation into aviation careers. And one of the best ways that it is more effective to use is by using gamified recruitment. And how is it going? We see some of the airlines have been using this. For example, the Delta Airlines, it has developed a game called Lady Set Jet, and also Lufthansa, excuse my pronunciation if it's wrong. It's also used as an air control system-like game to evaluate candidates on how they perform under pressure, which it helps to improve engagement and screening accuracy. But the aim here is to replace the traditional interviews and resume screening with a more interactive simulation-based assessments that will test real aviation skills. So, for example, a game might simulate and ask a candidate to attend a flight emergency, or it might ask a candidate to troubleshoot a certain fault in the system, and also maybe it can ask a player to plan a flight route and manage fuel, just something like that. So all these approaches, they evaluate focus, problem solving, and also more qualities that are more essential in the aviation sector.
So do you think that, for lack of a better way to put this question, do you think that airlines or airports for the hiring process should skip the process of going through resumes and instead go through an AI-based app that can process applicants according to their guidelines or specifications?
It's okay to use resumes, but what I'm trying to say here, if our point is to attract the younger generation, we have to be creative. And also, it's not just about being creative and attract the younger generation, but now what's the advantage to the airlines? The advantage to the airlines is that it helps them see the real skills and talents through these people. It gives a fair recruitment process because you get to see what a person is capable of. You get to see how he reacts, how he acts under pressure, how he focuses, how he can do something in like a practical skill, a more practical way of interviewing a person.
Okay, thank you very much. And Is-Haka, what is your opinion on the same?
Airlines should introduce artificial intelligence-powered flight simulators and collaborative learning platforms. According to Airbus and the ICAO research show that pilot and the technicians improves the ability to do their work over 40%. So this. So airlines, this simulator should not only provide realistic flight training, but also serve as interactive learning platforms where students and the professionals can connect, exchange knowledge, share skills, and gain mentorship from experienced aviators. This will foster a strong and innovative aviation community. The good example is in Fly with Nascent simulators at Julius Nyerere International Airport, allows youth to explore through hands-on simulation. This creates interest for the youth to be in aviation sector. And this, for this establishment of artificial intelligence simulators, it's have many positive effects. For example, to bring an efficiency training, that's the realistic flight training. Also, safe and cost effective, because as we know, the real flight is so expensive. So by establishing these artificial intelligence simulators can help us to minimize the cost. That's all.
Thank you. And just for a more in-depth and a recap, do you think there's any negative effects to your point?
Yes, there is a challenge that faces simulators because, as you know, for establishment of artificial intelligence simulators is so expensive, so it is costful. Among of the challenges, so it's costful, especially for the underdeveloped countries and the rural areas. Also, among of the another challenge is limited in internet access, because these artificial intelligence simulators, it need access to internet so as to function properly. So that's all the challenge.
Okay. And Marilyn, when you introduced yourself, you mentioned attending aviation workshops. So what role can tech-enabled mentorship or online training platforms play in ensuring consistent access for students in more remote or undeserved regions?
Okay, so I would say that, first of all, I don't encourage I mean a complete no technology in a place. That a place has to have technology. Even if it's a small technology, they might not have advanced technology. They might have just simple technology like accessing to computers and YouTube, online. People can have phones. So when we talk about simple technology and not advanced technology like simulators and other things like AI, I would say that these students can still be inspired through the simple technology that they have. And at these places, we encourage the students to use more social platforms like YouTube. They can go and look for aviation videos and learn more about aviation industry. But also they can get mentorship through different platforms. For example, I can meet with you, Mahek, when you're in Kenya and I am in Tanzania or in Zanzibar through a Zoom or Google Meet, and you can tell me more about aviation. So there are things that they can be done just in a simple setup of technology.
Okay, thank you very much. And we'll have about 2 minutes left, so I have one last question for Is-Haka. You have been selected, one of the 30 students in Tanzania to be selected for a NASA program. I'm sure that feels amazing, but what role can technology or AI play in how can African governments integrate aerospace level innovation into policy making and early education, let's say for about middle schoolers or primary students? Do you have any opinion on how they can do that?
I think that, as we know, the NASA program and the aerospace, they have connection. So for me, and there is several advantage for that connection, and I think the most advantage for the satellite and the satellites is so good because it gives the security, it keeps the security issues in the airports, also airports planning, because in the airports there is monitoring of the runway. So this NASA program and and aviation can help to monitor runways and other things in the airport that can be helpful in this sector.
Okay, thank you very much. That brings our session to an end. We're actually right on time. There goes the red time's up. So John's gonna be very proud of us. Yay, there we go. So yeah, let's go guys. Thank you so much for having us today. It was an honor and a privilege. Once again, please give Is-Haka and Marilyn a big round of applause.
Incredible. Thank you so much, Is-Haka. Thank you. I can't imagine doing this at your age. And Mahek, you're wise beyond your years. Thank you so much. So yeah, please take your seats and we'll get some pictures later. We're going to leave the stage up this afternoon to get some pictures. And we don't want to rush it for obvious reasons.